Today, I'm going to talk about something that can greatly improve not only our workplace but also our daily lives, the 5S methodology. The 5S stands for sort, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain. Itong limang principles ay ginagamit to create an organized, clean, and efficient environment. Pero what exactly can we gain from practicing the 5S? Let's find out. First, the 5S make the workplace more pleasant. Imagine, if mag-work ka sa space na puro kalat ang gamit, like cluttered yung space, would you feel comfortable? Probably hindi. Pero with proper organization, or if organizing environment mo, or yung workspace mo, it's become more enjoyable, reducing stress, which makes work more satisfying. Second, the 5S help improve work efficiency. You know, a messy workplace leads to frustration and nasasayang oras. If you spend too much time sa paghahanap ng tools or documents na kailangan mo, yung productivity or yung kagustuhan mong magtrabaho ay nababawasan. Kasi nakakawalang gana naman talaga if lahat kailangan mo pang hanapin. So, by organizing everything and keeping essential items kung saan nabot or madaling makuha or mahanap, we can save time and work more effectively. Third, the 5S and safety go hand in hand. Kasi yung clean and organized space reduce hazards like pagkadulas, pagkabagsak, or mga accident na dahil sa misplaced tools. Ito yung reason why companies na sumusunod sa 5S principles tend to have fewer workplace injuries. Fourth, the 5S lead to better quality products and higher productivity. Kagaya ng sabi ko kanina, ang well-organized na workplace produce fewer mistakes and effective products. Kasi when things are in order, yung mga employees mo can focus on quality work, leading to improved productivity and overall success for the company. So, overall, ang pag-practice ng 5S methodology benefits us in many ways. It makes our workplace more pleasant, in-improve din ito ang efficiency, inayos ang safety, and it leads to better productivity and quality work. So, by applying these principles, we can create a work environment that is not only efficient but also safe and enjoyable. And I hope we'll consider applying the 5S in our own work and study spaces. Now, let's take a look at the benefits of practicing 5S, which are divided into two parts. The first set of benefits directly affects workplace productivity. So, kapag 5S is properly implemented, first, ang production ay nag-i-increase, like what I've said, a well-organized workplace allows employees to work more efficiently, kaya nababawasan yung wasted time at effort. Pangalawa, the quality improves, kasi with the less clutter and a more systematic workflow, nadi-decrease yung errors and yung defects, leading to better quality products or services. Pangatlo, the cost goes down. Di ba with the use of 5S, mas naging efficient ang mga employee sa work nila, and with efficiency, it's reduced to unnecessary expenses, rework, excessive inventory, or wasted materials. Pang-apat, the delivery becomes on time, kasi yung streamlined process, it ensures that deadlines are met, improving customer satisfaction. Fifth is it improves safety. You know naman na a cleaner and more organized workplace reduces the risk of accident and injuries. And then lastly, the morale goes up, kasi when 5S is properly implemented, the employee's environment is well maintained, making them feel more motivated and engaged when working, which all this lead to productivity improvement, making operations smoother and more effective. Apart from the direct impact on productivity, yung 5S can also bring positive changes to the work culture and employee interactions. Kagaya ng creativity, employees can think more freely and come up with innovation solutions when their workspace is organized. Pangalawa is communication. So, with better structure and order, team members can communicate more effectively. Third is human relations. You know, a clean and systematic workplace fosters better relationships among colleagues, which leads to teamwork. 5S brings sort and order, so collaborations improve when everything is in place and everyone knows their responsibilities. Another one is comradeship, pakikipagkapwa. When 5S is implemented properly, employees develop a stronger sense of belonging and camaraderie. Lastly is vitality, sigla. With the 5S positive and organized work environment leads to a more energetic and engaged workforce. Again, all of these contribute to overall productivity improvement, not just in output but also in a workplace harmony. Overall, ang 5S methodology ay hindi lang about sa cleaning and organizing. It's about creating a productive, safe, and positive work environment. By following these principles, businesses can reduce costs, improvement efficiency, and enhance teamwork, leading to long-term success. I will be discussing the role of 5S in production systems and how it connects to various improvement methodologies like JIT, TQC, TPM, and IE. Looking at the diagram, makikita natin yung two main representations. First is the pyramid, like structure at the top, showing the hierarchy of production system improvements. Pangalawa, the circular diagram below, illustrating how different methodologies interact with 5S. So, himay-himay natin to step by step. So, yung upper diagram ang nire-represent sa in-time production system, kung saan ang iba't ibang ang production management technique ay nabubuo upon one another. Sa foundation naman, makikita yung fundamental of production management, which includes basic principles necessary for an efficient workplace. Above that, makikita natin yung basics ng nagsisilbing batayan para sa karagdagang improvements. Ang 5S ay crucial because ito yung naglalatag ng fondasyon para sa isang structures at organisadong workplace. Moving further up, makikita natin yung IA, Industrial Engineering, which enhance productivity through systematic planning and workflow improvements. Then, the next level is practical applications, kung saan nagpapatupad ang mga kumpanya ng mga advanced at efficient na diskarte. At the top is JIT, Just in Time, TQC, Total Quality Control, and TPM, Total Productive Maintenance. Ito ay mga advanced na methodologies na nag-drive sa mga world-class na sistema ng production. Finally, ang diagram na ito ay nakilala sa pagitan ng basic IP improvement practices at the advanced IP na nagpapakita ng ang mga kumpanya ay maaaring higit pang pinuyin ang kanilang mga proseso habang sila ay nakakakuha ng karanasan. So, ang key takeaway dito is that 5S servers are the backbone or lakas for higher level productions improvements. Without an organized, standardized work environment, ang mga advanced system kagaya ng JIT and TQC cannot function effectively. So punta naman tayo sa lower diagram. The lower diagram provides a different perspective on how 5S interacts with other methodologies. Ang 5S ay nasa center, indicating that ito yung nagko-connects at sumusupport sa lahat ng other improvement strategies. And nakapalibot sa 5S ay ang JIT, TQC, TPM, INT, QCC. And ang lahat ng ito ay linked together with arrows. This shows that 5S standard practice is sinasama ito sa mga pamamaraan ito upang lumikha ng isang maayos, mahusay na sistema ng produksyon. For example, umasa ang JIT sa isang walang kalat, maayos na workplace para matiyak ang mga maayos na daloy ng produksyon. Then TQC depends on the standardization and cleanliness to maintain high quality. Ang TPM naman ay nangangailangan ng maintain at maayos na kapaligiran upang maiwasan ang mga pagkasira ng kagamitan. While IE applies structures work methods that are more effective when built on the discipline of 5S. And lastly, ini-encourage ng QCC ang pagtutulungan ng magkakasama at continuous improvement na mas madaling makamit sa isang maayos na lugar ng trabaho. Sa makatuwid, 5S is the foundation of all production improvement methodologies. Kung walang 5S, magiging mahirap na ipatupad ang mga advanced na diskarte tulad ng JIT, TQC at TPM sa pamamagitan ng pagpapanatiling malinis, organisado at standardized ang mga lugar ng trabaho. Makakamit ng mga kumpanya ang mas mataas na productivity, mas mahusay na kalidad at mahusay na mga sistema ng produksyon. I will be discussing the key factors that lead to success of company-wide productivity improvement schemes, CWPIS, and the prerequisite for the success of productivity improves approaches system. Productivity improves ay mahalaga para sa anumang kumpanya upang manatiling compliant, mahusay at makabago. Gayunpaman, ang pagkakaroon lamang ng isang sistema ay hindi dapat. Certain factors and conditions must be met to ensure success. For a productivity improvement scheme to succeed, several key factors must be in place. First is the top management's strong will. Ang commitment sa pamumuno ay mahalaga dahil ang mga pagsisikap sa pagpapabuti ay dapat na sinisimulan o nagsistem mula sa itaas. Kung hindi ganap na sinusuportahan ng pamamahalaan ang mga initiative sa pagiging productive, malamang na hindi sila magtagumpay. Pangalawa, partnership. A partnership between management and employees' productivity cannot improve if only one side is involved. Ang mga managers and employees must work together as partners in the process kasi working together ensures productivity. Pangatlo ay simplicity in objectives. Your goals should be clear, straightforward, and easy to understand kasi complicated objectives can cause confusion and lack of motivation. Pang-apat ay middle management support. So for this productivity improvement scheme to be successful, we must ensure the support of middle management kasi yung mga supervisors and department heads play a critical role in ensuring that the strategies are implemented effectively at all levels of the organization. Fifth is experience improvement. Learning from past improvements, efforts help refine strategies at maiwasan ang mga previous mistakes. 6. Competition within a company. Healthy competitions among teams can drive motivation and encourage employees to perform better. Pang-pito ay periodical review. Tinitiyak ng regular na assessment ng mga initiatives sa pagiging productive, ang patuloy na pagpapabuti at mga kinakailangan ng pagsasaayos sa organisasyon. 8 is the systematic approach. Systematic approach is necessary kasi productivity improvement must follow a structured and methodical process rather than relying on random efforts. 9 is evaluation kasi measuring progress and outcomes is essential to understanding what works and what needs improvement. So you have to evaluate what you need to improve. Lastly is consultants if possible kasi external experts can provide insights, best practices, and guidance for a more effective implementation of productivity systems. So all these factors should be considered to ensure success of CWPIS. Now let's proceed to the prerequisites for the success of productivity improvements approaches. Systems, kasi even the best productivity system will only work if certain conditions are met. First of this condition is the people drive the system. A system alone cannot create improvement. Yung success ay depende on the people who implemented and sustained it. This means that the right people must be in place to make the system work, and companies should develop their own systems tailored to their specific needs and workplace. Pangalawa, we must ensure that it's the people, not just the system, that make it work. Kasi no matter how good a system is, it will fail if yung mga employees ay hindi mag-engage with it properly. Yung focus should always be on empowering people to drive improvement. Pangatlo ay ang respect sa human nature. Productivity approaches should recognize and respect people's abilities, motivations, and work behavior kasi if employees feel valued, they are more likely to contribute to improvement efforts. So ang key takeaway from this section is the quote that says productivity is above all an attitude of mind. It seeks to continually improve what already exists. It is based on the belief that what can do things better today than yesterday and better tomorrow than today. Yung mindset na ito of continuous improvements is mahalaga for companies who wants to stay ahead in a competitive environment. Overall, productivity improvement ay hindi lang binanggot sa pagkakaroon ng system in place. It requires strong leadership, teamwork, clear objectives, and a culture of continuous improvement. So yung mga companies must focus on their people, siguraduhin ang regular evaluation, and adopt a mindset that always strive for better performance. Now, let us proceed to discussing these desirable characteristics or personality traits of a core person or facilitator in a productions or organization settings. Ang isang facilitator ay gumaganap ng isang mahalagang role sa paggabay sa mga teams, pagtiyak ng maayos na operasyon at pagtataguyod ng pagiging produktibo. Malaki ang epekto ng kanilang personalidad at katangian sa tagumpay ng isang grupo or organisasyon. So there are 4 key traits that a core person or facilitator should have. Una is being romanticist and optimist. A romanticist is someone who has a vision and malaki ang pangarap. They can inspire people with their ideas and goals. While being an optimist means always seeing opportunities instead of obstacles. A good facilitator must have a positive outlook, believing that challenges can be overcome. And yung mga traits na ito helps in motivating the team, keeping morale high, and pushing towards continuous improvement. Pangalawa ay ang pagiging realist. Kasi while optimism is important, ang isang facilitator should also be a realistic person. Someone na maintindihan or nakikita kung ano yung practical and achievable. Kailangan nilang i-balance ang ambition with reality, setting goals that are both challenging and attainable. And these traits ensure that strategies and decisions are based on facts and logical thinking rather than just wishful ideas. Third characteristic that a facilitator should be is being a good communicator. Ang communication ay napakalaga in any leadership role. A facilitator must be able to express ideas clearly, makinig actively sa iba, and maayos niya effectively yung mga conflicts within the group. Tinitiyak ng isang good communication or na everyone in the team understands their roles and their responsibilities, leading to better teamwork and efficiency. Lastly, they should be a charming person with many friends. You know how sa work hinanap nila lagi yung with pleasing personality. Same reason din with this. Kasi a facilitator should be friendly and approachable to create a positive and collaborative work environment. They should also be charming kasi being charming means they can easily connect with others, gain trust, and build strong relationships. And also having many friends in the workplace suggests that they are well liked, respected, and can influence others positively. Isang magandang halimbawa ng pagbabalanse ng production at housekeeping ay ang Sarmiento Group of Companies. Gaya ng binanggit sa isang pag-aaral ni Dr. Tata R. Escalante mula sa IRES noong 1983, isinasuggest nito ang matagumpay ng mga kumpanya ay inuuna hindi lamang ang technical na kausayan, kundi pati na rin ang tamang mga katangian ng pamumuno sa kanilang mga facilitator. Sa makatuwid, ang core person or facilitator should be a visionary optimist who inspired others while being realist who makes practical decisions and a good communication or who ensures clarity and teamwork while being charming and friendly person who builds strong relationships.